A very good morning to all students. Once again, we are coming to discuss a very important board questions related to the first chapter of the part B of class 12 accountancy, that is in financial statement of companies. If we are talking about the first chapter of the part B of class 12 accountancy, so it is a completely theoretical chapter, and this chapter include the basic understanding related to the financial statement of the company, that is in how company prepare its profit and loss statement and the balance sheet. According to Companies Act 2013, every company must prepare the income statement and the position statement at the end of the accounting year, at the end of the financial year, that is in 31st March every year, 31st March of every year. As well as you know very well, this financial statement of the company include the two important statement, that is in profit statement of profit and loss, and second is a balance sheet. So let's start the first question of today's video. The first question of today's video, and this question is taken from the last year sample paper which are issued by the CBSE. So the question number 1 of today's video is, this question is taken from the 2020 sample paper issued by CBSE. Okay, and you know very well the part B of class 12th accountancy having a weightage of 20 marks in the board examination. So for the gaining point of view, एग्जाम में अगर आपको गेन करना है तो इस पार्ट को भी आपको क्या करना है, थोड़ा और ज़्यादा से कॉन्सेंट्रेट करना पड़ेगा. ये है चैप्टर 1 ऑफ पार्ट बी. ओके, सो द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑफ द फर्स्ट चैप्टर ऑफ द पार्ट बी, that is in proposed dividend is a liability. Proposed dividend is a ... liability, and we have to give the right answer. Proposed dividend किस तरह की liability? You know very well, when we are talking about the types of the liability according to Companies Act 2013, so there are basically two important liability of the company, non-current liability and current liability. But when we are talking about the proposed dividend, so proposed dividend is a contingent liability. Contingent liability, because according to AS4, what is AS4? In the recently amendment in the year in the Companies Act 2013, according to AS4, that is in contingencies and events occurring after the balance sheet date, contingent liability will be taken as an proposed dividend will be taken as an contingent liability, because this dividend will be declared between the two annual general meeting. प्रपोज डिविडेंड कभी भी किसी मीटिंग में, एनुअल जनरल मीटिंग में डिक्लेयर नहीं होता. ये कब डिक्लेयर होता है? इट इज डिक्लेयर आफ्टर, इट इज डिक्लेयर इन द एनुअल जनरल मीटिंग. एंड एनुअल जनरल मीटिंग कब होती है? एट द एंड ऑफ द ईयर, बिफोर द प्रिपरेशन ऑफ द फाइनल अकाउंट. सो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि प्रपोज डिविडेंड प्रपोज किया जा रहा है, अभी वो पे नहीं किया जा रहा है. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस, प्रपोज डिविडेंड विल बी टेकन एज एन कॉन्टिजेंट लायबिलिटी. The next question of this chapter, basically ये क्वेश्चन पूछा गया है, which of the following is not a part of finance cost. You know very well, when we are talking about the format of the statement of profit and loss, तो उसमें कुछ हेड्स होते हैं. उस हेड में एक हेड होता है फाइनेंस कॉस्ट. सो आपको बताना है कि फाइनेंस कॉस्ट में कौन सा ऐसा ऑप्शन है जो कि फाइनेंस कॉस्ट का पार्ट नहीं है. द ऑप्शंस आर बैंक चार्जेस, ऑप्शन बी इज द इंटरेस्ट पेड ऑन डिबेंचर, नंबर थर्ड इंटरेस्ट पेड ऑन पब्लिक डिपॉजिट, एंड नंबर लास्ट loss on issue of debenture. सो आपको ये बताना है कि विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट अ पार्ट ऑफ द फाइनेंस कॉस्ट। बैंक चार्जेस, देखिए बैंक चार्जेस क्या है, बैंक आपको डिफरेंट सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड करता है और उस सर्विस के बदले आपसे क्या चार्ज करता है, एक कुछ नॉमिनल चार्जेस वसूल करता है। सो बैंक चार्जेस इज अ नॉट अ पार्ट ऑफ फाइनेंस कॉस्ट। अगर आप इंटरेस्ट पे करते हो डिवेंचर पे, इंटरेस्ट पे करते हो पब्लिक डिपॉजिट पे, तो इट इज अ टाइप ऑफ द फाइनेंस कॉस्ट। अगर डिवेंचर इशू कर रहे हो तो डिवेंचर इशू क्यों कर रहे हो, क्योंकि पैसा मिलेगा ना आपको डिवेंचर, तो ये तो फाइनेंस का ही पार्ट हो गया, उस पर कोई लॉस हो तो फाइनेंस कॉस्ट है। लेकिन बैंक चार्जेस अगर लिखा होता है इंटरेस्ट ऑन बैंक लोन तो इट इज एन फाइनेंस कॉस्ट। लेकिन बैंक चार्जेस, बैंक आपको ऐसा कहीं क्लियरली थोड़ा लिखा है कि बैंक चार्जेस इसलिए काट रहा है क्योंकि आपको उसने लोन दिया। सो बैंक चार्जेस नॉट अ पार्ट ऑफ द फाइनेंस कॉस्ट। सो ये कुछ ऐसे क्वेश्चन है जो आपको घुमाते हैं एग्जामिनेशन में। द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन विच आर आस्क्ड इन द ईयर 2020 क्वेश्चन पेपर। अब जो ये क्वेश्चन मैं डिस्कस करने जा रहा हूं वो पूछा गया क्वेश्चन 2020 में सीबीएसई के थ्रू ऑल ओवर इंडिया में क्वेश्चन पूछा गया। ये तो सैंपल पेपर में आया था। पहला क्वेश्चन फर्स्ट चैप्टर में ये पूछा था, व्हाट इज द मेजर हेडिंग एंड द सब हेडिंग ऑफ द ड्राफ्ट्स इन हैंड इन द बैलेंस शीट ऑफ द कंपनीज। यानी अगर कोई आइटम है ड्राफ्ट्स इन हैंड तो इसे बैलेंस शीट में कहां दिखाएंगे, लायबिलिटी की एसेट्स एज वेल एज अगर एसेट्स में दिखाएंगे तो किस हेड में दिखाएंगे। यू नो वेरी वेल एसेट्स में कितने हेड होते हैं, नॉन करंट एसेट्स, करंट एसेट्स, एंड नॉन करंट एसेट्स में कई सारे सब हेड होते हैं और करंट एसेट्स में भी कई हेड्स होते हैं। तो ड्राफ्ट्स इन हैंड को आप किस हेड में और किस सब हेड में दिखाओगे, ये क्वेश्चन है। सो अकॉर्डिंग टू मी ड्राफ्ट्स इन हैंड इज जस्ट लाइक अ बैंक ड्राफ्ट जो आप बैंक से बनाते हो। तो ड्राफ्ट्स क्या है, एक तरह का करंट एसेट्स है विच आर इजीली कन्वर्टेड इनटू कैश विद इन 1 ईयर। सो इट इज एन करंट एसेट्स एंड करंट एसेट का कौन सा पार्ट है, कैश एंड कैश इक्विवेलेंट। कैश एंड कैश इक्विवेलेंट में कौन से पार्ट्स आते हैं, जो चीजें इजीली कैश में क्या हो जाए, कन्वर्ट हो जाए। एक क्वेश्चन और इसी ईयर से पूछा गया है, नेम द 3 सबहेड ऑफ द नॉन करंट एसेट्स इन द बैलेंस शीट ऑफ एनी कंपनी अकॉर्डिंग टू शेड्यूल 3 पार्ट 1 ऑफ द कंपनीज एक्ट 2013। तो आपको नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ये पूछा गया था, 3 सब हेड ऑफ नॉन करंट एसेट्स। तो यू नो वेरी वेल नॉन करंट एसेट्स में सबसे पहले क्या आता है, फिक्स एसेट्स। फिक्स में फिक्स एसेट बट टेंजिबल, इनटेंजिबल, नॉन करंट इन्वेस्टमेंट एंड लॉन्ग टर्म लोन्स एंड एडवांस। फिक्स एसेट्स, लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट या नॉन करंट इन्वेस्टमेंट, एंड नंबर 3 लॉन्ग टर्म लोन्स एंड एडवांस। ये 3 सब हेड्स हैं। एज वेल एज क्वेश्चन में पूछा था विच एनालिसिस इज कंसीडर एज डायनेमिक। कौन सा एनालिसिस डायनेमिक होता है, डायनेमिक मतलब चेंजेबल होता है। विच एनालिसिस, इसका सही आंसर तो बैंक चार्जेस था ना, इस पर टिक नहीं लगाया था। विच एनालिसिस is dynamic. So you know very well which type of analysis is dynamic. Basically दो horizontal analysis होता है, you know very well there basically कई types के हैं, horizontal, vertical, static, dynamic. तो dynamic is a part of the horizontal analysis. And if you are talking about the intra-firm and inter-firm analysis, it is a different thing. So which analysis is dynamic? That is an हॉरिजॉन्टल एनालिसिस। सो ये कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट थ्योरेटिकल क्वेश्चंस हैं द फर्स्ट चैप्टर ऑफ द पार्ट पी, और बहुत सारे भी क्वेश्चंस हैं। पहले इसको आप नोट डाउन कर लो शॉर्ट में इन योर कॉपी प्रॉपर्ली, एंड देयर आफ्टर वी विल मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। of the book value of 9,90,000 from the Wide Limited. So the information is 9,90,000 रुपीज में हमने क्या परचेस किया? द एसेट्स. सो द फर्स्ट एंट्री विल बी अ sundry assets account debit to Y Limited, and the value of the assets will be a 9,90,000. Number second, it was agreed that the purchase consideration is paid by the issuing of 11%. यानी जो हम 9,90,000 हमें पे करना है उसे हम क्या करेंगे? डिबेंचर इशू करके पे ऑफ करेंगे. सो द पेमेंट ऑफ purchase consideration by issue of 11% debenture, and जो 11% debenture issue होगा इसके 3 केसेस हैं. The first cases is case 1, that is when share are issued at par. Case 2, when debenture are issued at 10% discount, and number third, when debenture are issued at 10% premium. So in this situation, you know very well, first of all we find out the number of issue debenture in each and every cases. हर cases में we have to find out the number of issue debenture, and the formula is purchase consideration divided by issue price. So in the first case, you can see that in the first case the purchase consideration is 9,90,000, and the issue price in this situation is 100. In this situation the issue price is 90. In this situation the issue price will be 110. So it will be divided by 100. So the number of issue of debenture here will be a 9,900 debenture. In this situation, 9,90,000 divided by 90, so it will be a 11,000 debenture. And in the third situation, that is in purchase consideration, will be a 9,90,000, and the issue price will be a 110. So that is a 9,000 debenture. So you can see that in the different situation, we issue the different number of debentures. As well as we pass the journal entry in the different situation. So जब हम डिबेंचर को पार पे इशू करेंगे तो क्या जर्नल एंट्री होगी? The journal entry will be a Y Limited account debit to 11% debenture, and the face value of the debenture is 9 lakh into 100. It will be a 9 lakh 90. And Y Limited को देना भी कितना था? 9,90,000. No discount, no premium will be booked. Number second, in the case of when debenture are issued at 10% discount, the journal entry will be a Y Limited account debit to 11% debenture, and the face value of the debenture is 11,000. 11,000 into 100. So it will be a 11 lakh. As well as you know very well हमें purchase consideration कितना पे करना है? 9,90,000. So the remaining value will be taken as a discount on issue of debenture, and the difference will be a 1,10,000. If we are talking about the issue of debenture as 10% premium, so in this situation the third entry will be a Y Limited account debit to 11% debenture, and the face value of the debenture is 9,000 multiplied by 100, that is a 9 lakh. और हमें पे कितना करना है? 9,90,000. So balance amount will be taken as security premium reserve of rupees 90,000. So this is a solution of the question which asked in the year 2018. Okay. And this is called issue of debenture in the different condition. It is called issue of debenture for cash. But you know very well, जब भी हम debenture को issue करते हैं तो there are basically 3 situations: at par, at premium, and discount. Okay, at par, at premium, and at discount. So in this situation, this is very important.
the calculation of number of issued debenture, because without calculating the number of issued debenture we cannot determine the actual value of the share, actual value of the debenture, as well as the we cannot pass the true entries to record the issue of debenture at par, issue of debenture at discount, and issue of debenture at premium. So please note down this solution in your copy properly.
Let's we move to the next question, which asked in the year 2013 all over India. The question is very clear, you know very well. The first chapter of the part P, that is in financial statement of the company. And the question is, under what head and subhead will the following item appear in the balance sheet of the company as per schedule 3 part 1 of the Companies Act 2013. So let's we discuss the question, and you have to decide the items, and this item will be shown in which head and subhead. This item will be shown in which head and subhead according to the Companies Act 2013 schedule 3 part 1, and the items are the first 4 items which are asked in the year 2013 in Delhi examination, and the items are the premium on redemption of debenture. The second item will be a security, second will be a balance with banks, third will be a tax reserves, fourth will be interest on calls in advance, और ये क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछा गया था इन द ईयर 2013 all over India examination. And rest of the 4 item is subsidy reserve, computer software, and number 3rd will be the loan payable on demand, number 4 will be a provision for employee benefits, okay. So these are the rest of the 4 items, and you have to telling about कि ये सारे items किस head और किस सब head में show किए जाएंगे, and the year is 2014 in the CBSE examination. So firstly, please note down all the 8 items, and let's we discuss about it कि ये सारे items किस head और sub head में दिखाए जाएंगे. The first item will be a premium on redemption of debenture. You know very well, जब हम debenture को premium पे redeem करते हैं तो it is a long term liability, and it will be shown in the non current assets under the head of other current assets. Number 2nd is balance with banks, यानी अगर कोई बैलेंस है बैंक के साथ तो it will be shown in the current assets in under which subhead, that is an cash and cash equivalents. If we are talking about the tax reserves,
So tax reserve will be known as a provision for tax, and it will be shown in the current assets as a current liability as a short term provision, and interest on calls in advance, it will be the income, and it will be shown in the current assets under other current assets. The next will be a computer software. Computer software will be shown in the under the head of non current assets, and the subhead will be a fixed assets intangible. And subsidiary reserve will be shown in the under the head of subsidiary, name से clear है, so it will be shown in the shareholder fund under the head of the reserve and surplus. And loan payable on demand, it will be shown in the current liability, and the subhead will be a short term loans and advance, and last will be a provision for employee benefits. So employee benefits के लिए अगर हम कोई provision बनाते हैं तो it will be a non current liability and will be shown in the long term provisions. So इसी तरह से आपको टेबल बनाकर with proper tabulation के through you have to present the each item, they will be shown in the each and every item will be shown in the which head and which subhead. Okay, so please note down all the heads and subheads of the related items in your copy properly, and thereafter we will move to the next question. Let's we take the few items related to the sample paper issued by the CBSE, as well as the some of the previous board questions papers. And the items is very clear. The first item is proposed dividend of current year. The proposed dividend of current year. The second item will be a encashment of earned leave payable on the retirement of employee. यानी जब कोई employee retire होता है तो उसे जो हम encashment देते हैं, encashment of earned leave payable on retirement of employees. Number third will be a unpaid or unclaimed dividend. Unpaid or unclaimed dividend. Number 4 will be a outstanding salary. Outstanding salary. Number 5th will be a prepaid insurance. Number 6 will be a trade investment
Number 7, it will be a provident fund. Okay, and the last one, the number 8 will be a payment of advance tax. Payment of advance tax. So these are the few of the important top 8 items, and we have to decide कि ये item according to Companies Act 2013 as per Schedule 3 Part 1 के according इसे हम कहाँ show करेंगे. So it is a very important question from the examination point of view, because this question having a 4 marks each. 4 marks के आ सकते हैं each, and this all the 8 items will be taken from the model paper of the year 2018, 19 and 20. ये तीनों मॉडल पेपर से लिए गए कुछ आइटम्स हैं, और यू हैव टू गिव एन अबाउट डी कि ये आइटम्स किस हेड और किस सब हेड में लिखे जाएंगे. सो द फर्स्ट विल बी अ proposed dividend of current year. You know very well, proposed dividend of the current year will not shown in the balance sheet of the company or in the statement of profit and loss. It will be shown in the outside the balance sheet as a footnote, because it is a contingent liability. So it will be shown as a footnote. इसे हम क्या करते हैं, as a footnote show करते हैं notes to account में. Okay, so this is the first item. इसके head कुछ नहीं है, but sub head will be a. The number second will be encashment of earned leave payable on demand, that is a non-current liability long-term provision. Non-current liability, and it's the part of the long-term provision. Number third is unpaid and unclaimed dividend, and it will be shown in the current liability under the head of current liability, and the subhead will be a other current liability. The next will be a outstanding salary. It is also a part of current liability. You know very well what is outstanding liability. Any salary or expenses which are due but not paid. So it will be shown in the under the head of current liability, and the subhead will be a other current liability. The next will be a prepaid insurance. Any expenses which are not due but paid in advance. Okay, so this expense, the prepaid insurance, will be shown in the current assets under the head of the current assets. Under the head of other current assets. The next will be a trade investment. Current investment and trade investment is a different thing. So most of the students confused about it. Current investment is a part of current assets, but trade investment is a part of non-current assets, and it will be shown in the non-current investments head. The next one is a provident fund. Name से clear है. Fund will be shown in the shareholder fund. Provident fund is a liability, so it will be shown in the non-current liability, and the subhead will be a long-term provision. And last will be a payment of income tax. Last but not the least, the payment of advance tax, and the payment of advance tax will be shown
under the head of current assets, and the subhead will be a other current assets. So these are the few of the important 8 items, and you can see that how we will show these items under the which head and subhead according to the Companies Act 2013 Schedule 3 Part 1. So I hope it is clear for you. So please note down all the items, all the information given in a copy very carefully. So in today's video we discussed lots of the important questions related to the first chapter of the part A, or the first chapter of the part B, that is in financial statement of the company. So thank you, take care, and I hope you will solve the maximum practical question and additional question given in your book. Bye bye.